That's staying in.
Water.
And we. Okay. Anyways. Hey people, welcome back to another episode of the Hear Me Out podcast. Hey, dude, episode 5.
Really?
Episode 5. Let's go.
Nice.
Big five. Double digits coming soon. Happy episode 5. Thank y'all to all of our 4 subscribers right now. We're really going strong.
It's literally the people who have been on the podcast.
I'm so weak. But welcome back to another episode. As you can see, we're not in the place we usually record due to external reasons, So chilling at Jess's house. We went to Topgolf last night with Stella. She left a little bit earlier. Oh, when are y'all going to the gym, by the way?
We said 1, but
okay.
I will not be ready by 1.
I was about to say it's like 12:45.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. She'll text you, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
She had a lot to do today.
I was gonna say maybe 2 or something. So yeah. But anyways, went to Topgolf. That was fun.
Carson's first time.
First time. I was fumbling like crazy. Like it was like our third round. Round, and mine just kept going right every single time. And then you were like, turn it in a little bit, and that helped. But oh my gosh, I was getting so annoyed, dude. But yeah. There's something else I was gonna say. Oh, we ate at the restaurant.
The place that shall not be named.
Yeah.
Another 10 out of 10 experience.
It hit, dude. Hit.
You know what else hit?
What?
The Topgolf hot cocoa.
Oh my gosh.
Carson said, fill me up another, Mr. Bartender.
And they had the heaters, the warmers. So when you go in the Topgolf, it's the area you're gonna sit. You're what are they called?
Where you're putting, basically.
Yeah.
It has the heaters up,
and there's heaters above the area. And so when we got there, those heaters were on. It was warm. And then we noticed maybe halfway through, there was no more heat coming from them. And then at the end we were talking about it, and they were like, "Oh, they turn it off to make you colder, to want to order more stuff." And I was like, "Dang, I'm a victim," because I got two hot cocos.
But to be fair, they were
exceptionally good.
Banging. I think they're it takes them a while to make those hot cocos. I think they're genuinely melting chocolate and then mixing it in with warmed milk and stuff like that. I think they're making it bouge like that.
That was really some top tier.
You could taste the difference between the Swiss mix.
No, exactly.
Versus
that was hot real hot cocoa.
Yes,
and it was
rich.
Good, dude. Yeah, rich.
I kind of wish I got a second cup, honestly.
Yeah, dude, I did not regret it. Yeah. Once it got to a bearable temperature, that it wasn't burning my taste buds, I was like, no. Dude, we were at the place that shall not be named, and we were eating breakfast food, and my eggs, I guess they were fresh off the stove or whatever, and Jess was mid-sentence or something, and I went to go bite it, and it touched my lip or whatever, and I was like, cause dude, that shit was hot. That genuinely burned my, and that was a primal reaction. It was
Oh my gosh. It was funny too. Your hands were swatting your tongue too. You were
trying to blow it, make it cooler. Yeah.
Swatting at your mouth, trying to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so overall, W trips. I literally haven't seen Jess since October 5th or something.
Has it really been that long?
A minute. At least in person.
Was that the last time we saw each other?
That's when we went out in Richmond. Yeah. That's because I don't know if you pulled it up or Stella pulled it up, but she was like, oh yeah, it was October 4th or October 5th or something like that. Oh, and then because all the stuff happened on October 6th.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's why I remember.
Yeah. It was you who pulled it up. Yeah.
That's so funny.
But
Crazy.
yeah. Anyway, so we got some questions, and this will be a shorter podcast, like an hour or so. So yeah. All right.
Get into it.
So first question. I like to start off with something light and funny. So I actually kind of like got this from like Soda Hooks because I talked about it like kind of in a question, but. Okay. Have I ever mansplained anything to you before? That's why I was looking at it over there and I was laughing because I was like, maybe.
Honestly, I can't think of anything that you've ever like mansplained to me.
Okay.
But it could just be like, I don't know.
Oh. Are they on the roof?
Possibly.
Okay.
Possibly. Who knows what they're doing out there?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even. My dad and my brother are putting up Christmas decorations right now. I stay out of their way.
Don.
I stay out of the way because they don't listen to me. Like when we were moving my furniture out of the porterhouse and we moved it into storage, my dad was trying to figure out how to get my bed frame in correctly. And like, he was just doing something stupid and he was struggling so badly. And I was like, Dad, you need to take that thing and just walk it back out, turn it around, and then you can walk it back in. It's light as like, it's not a big deal. I'll like, just give it to me. Give it to me and I'll walk it out. I'll walk it back in and you can fix it. It's like I was talking to him and it was like a little fly. Because I'd be like, okay, give it to me.
Yeah.
Okay, give it to me. Give it to me.
Yeah.
And he was just like, and my brother comes in, hands it to him.
Dude, I'm weak.
Oh my God. So after that, I sat in my car and I stopped helping them.
Got you. Fair enough.
So I'm not helping them put up those stupid Christmas lights.
Hey, valid.
Because they're not going to listen to me anyways.
Valid.
They're going to do whatever they want to do. Talk about mansplainers. My dad and my brother down there. But I don't think so.
Perhaps.
Because anytime you've like explained something to me, I feel like I've asked you to explain it to me. Like I feel like mansplaining is when
Oh, it's like unprompted almost?
it's unsolicited like explanations on something that's like that we literally had basically like just talked about or something, like something I just said.
Okay.
Like we're talking about like I don't know, what the heck are we talking about? Traffic. Like, you know, we're talking about traffic and then all of a sudden
How does traffic work?
Well, traffic actually forms because of this. And like it sounds
It's
just like so condescending.
Okay.
Like they speak to you like you're stupid almost. And you're just like
Like you already knew it.
Yes.
You already knew it.
And they're just
But they're acting like you didn't know it.
explaining it again.
Got
in like
you.
a simpler way. But it just comes off as condescending.
Yeah.
Like, you know? And it's always unsolicited.
Dude.
Always.
Oh, wow. Dude, you're actually making me think of a time I had something mansplained to me.
No.
Yeah, dude, we were at Clinical and there was it was when I was a student. It was when I was a student and there was, oh my gosh, dude, you're actually like, dude, I cannot believe I'm just like remembering this. So,
what?
So I was a student, okay? And you know, you're like with a preceptor, you're with them like the whole day.
Right.
Like you and your preceptor. So we also had a group of nursing students on our unit this day. Okay. So it was me, my preceptor, and this other nursing student. I later found out that a lot of people didn't like the nursing student that was paired with my preceptor.
Oh,
and so this day, we were like doing some stuff. There was like a patient we had who was like in pain and they also had really high blood pressure, okay?
Okay.
And I was like asking the nurse about something and then he started going on this freaking tangent
The nursing
about
student?
the nursing student to me.
Okay.
And I was like further along in my schooling than him as well. He was like at like a junior second semester level. We were like seniors final semester, you know? And so he was like, yeah, like blah, blah, blah. Like I work in the ED, like in the ED, we do blah, blah, blah. Oh, in the ED, blah, blah, blah. Oh, by the way, in the ED, shut up. Anyways, he was going on like this whole tangent about like, and this is exactly how he was talking, okay? He was like,
it always is.
He was like, yeah, so like when a person like is in pain, they can have really high blood pressure because they're in pain. And then, since their blood pressure is high, that can also cause pain. So it's like a cycle. It's like a loop. You see it? Oh my gosh, I was literally about to take this 5'1" man and throw him out the BCU window. Literally, I was like, oh my, and then I was like getting like, and then there was something else too that he did. I remember he was like my nursing preceptor, she like asked me something, and I was like about to give an answer to like whatever the situation was, and he like interrupted and was like, oh, it was probably blah, 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 blah. And then I was like, actually, I was more so thinking it was like this, this, and this. And then she was like, oh yeah, that's actually more so what I was going for. Good job, person. And I was like, literally, suck it. Suck it. Do tricks on it. Like, literally.
I'm stealing that. That's crazy.
I love to say that when someone's like meat writing. Like, why is he doing tricks on it?
Right.
Rose blowing bubbles on it.
Oh my god.
Anyways.
That's visual. Blowing bubbles.
Yo, that's crazy. Oh my gosh, but yeah, so I have had a mansplaining experience. That's all I say. That's all I say.
Crazy.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, I found out a lot of people didn't like him in the nursing program for like that same reason.
Fair enough.
Because he was doing that to everybody essentially.
Right.
You know.
I feel like people like that just like.
They want to prove something.
It's almost like they have just like no self-awareness either.
That too. You
know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, because I feel like when you do that enough, you can kind of like tell. Like, okay, I'm just saying, like, if you can't pick up on these social cues.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's like a bit like you can tell when people are like.
It's rubbing people the wrong way.
It's rubbing people the wrong way. Yeah.
I'm sure like there was a better way for him to like come about all that too, but like the way that he was
100%,
saying it
yeah.
just comes off as like he thinks he's better than you.
Yes,
like
100%.
he thinks that because he works in the ED,
Because he works in the ED, yeah.
he's way better than you. That's it.
Yeah.
Shut the. You send up patients and they're a mess. But I digress. I'm gonna digress from that.
Yeah.
We're
I was
not
like,
even
I was
gonna
like,
get into
dude,
that.
they're not even like. It was just a whole thing.
Babe, y'all send up patients. You don't even know if they're ambulatory.
It was like.
Okay,
It was like. Also, it was like he was a tech, and he was like a year behind where I was. You know, so it was just like, dude, like, you haven't even learned these meds yet.
Right.
You know, like.
Right.
So it was just the whole thing.
I feel like too with
digress.
mansplainers, it's almost always they're less educated than you on the topic.
Oh.
That's I feel like also like let's look up the actual definition
That's
of
what I was trying to
mansplaining.
say, like,
But,
sort
like-
of compensating, like, almost, you know?
Yes, but like I feel like it's oftentimes it's unsolicited
Yeah.
and they're more uneducated
Yeah.
than you are.
Yeah.
And that is what can qualify it as mansplaining.
Got you.
Because it's like I've had people try and mansplain like the menstrual cycle to me.
Dude, I would never try that. The only reason I
Oh my
can
God.
like remember all four right now is because like you sent me a video and you were talking about like luteal and follicular and
Yeah.
I'm even blanking on the other two right now.
Menstrual, follicular, ovulatory, luteal.
Yeah.
Okay, so mansplaining is basically what we said. Mm-hmm. The explanation of something by a man, typically to a woman, in a manner regarded as condescending or patronizing.
Have you ever been womansplained? Probably. I mean, you know.
I'm sure I have. I think I have been a couple times by some friends.
Yeah.
By some friends.
Probably.
And it's on like medical stuff. And I'm not trying to sit here and be like, well, I know more than you.
Yeah.
But I do know more than you.
Fair enough.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like, I'll like say something and they're trying to say like wrong. And I'm like, but
But the science.
not wrong.
Yeah,
I literally
yeah.
just did this yesterday. What
Yeah,
do you mean? You know,
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
that kind
yeah,
of thing. And they're like
yeah.
trying to convince you that you're wrong about something.
Yeah.
And it's like,
No, I deal with this all the time.
right.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
where I get it.
Yeah, I get you.
I don't know. Do I woman-splain things to you? I feel like I do sometimes.
Not really, honestly. Not really. I feel like you don't really ever like explain things unsolicited or like condescending either. I don't really feel like you do that.
What you about to say? But
dude, that'd be crazy. I'm like,
what?
On the video, I'm like, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Dude, that'd be crazy.
Episode 5, Jessica's intervention.
Episode 5, Jessica's last episode.
Everybody say goodbye to Jessica.
From now on, there will be one host.
Jessica's taking a break.
Indefinite leave of absence. I'm weak. Okay. Okay. We can go to the next question. Okay. I don't know why. I didn't just say the words. I said. Okay. Question numero dos. Okay, so like in terms of relationships, friendships, etc., how important is like communication to you?
Obviously, I feel like that's very important. I think it actually is very important, especially when it comes to conflict.
Okay. And do you feel like it's the same throughout, like communication is like it holds the same weight in like friendships, relationships, family, or do you feel like it's different throughout those three?
I think it's different.
Okay, me too.
Because
I'll let you go first.
yeah, I think it's different just because of the level of, I would say maybe like commitment you have to the person,
Okay.
or also it's just like the level of like intimacy you have with this person, right? Like friendships, I feel like it's okay to not like be as communicative.
Okay.
Like when I'm in a friendship, I'm not gonna text them, hey, gonna go to the store really quickly.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm not texting my friends, I'm
Yeah.
not texting my parents that,
Yeah.
I'm not texting my brother that, right?
Bro, if you text me that, I'd be like, okay.
So
Okay.
you want me to
Probably leave you on red. Or put like the question mark. Like,
you leave me undelivered. But like in a relationship, that's almost like a silent expectation because it's not just like, because okay, I keep seeing these things on
I know exactly
TikTok
what you're gonna say. Yeah.
about like trust and how that kind of like forms in a relationship. And one of the ways that you can really solidify your trust in the person that you're dating is with consistent updates, right? So it's like if I'm going out to a party, if I'm going out to the bar, I'm gonna text like, hey, I'm gonna go out with some friends tonight. Like they would obviously already know that like, my plan is to go out for the weekend if they can't come or whatever.
Right.
But the plan is like, but like say I'm about to leave, it would be, hey, me and the girls, we're about to head out now.
Just ordered the Uber.
Just ordered Uber.
Yeah.
Like heading there now.
Yeah.
And for me personally, in a relationship, that would satisfy me enough.
Yeah.
Because when I'm in a relationship with somebody, it's obvious like, it's a silent, like, I trust you to just go out.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's like, like, there's insecurities there. I can get like nervous.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like I'm not trusting him, but it's like the attention that I know maybe he'll get from other women.
Right.
That like would kind of set me off, but that's my insecurity. It's not his problem.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Like that's something that I would have to sit with and I would have to do work in. But because he did his part, he did his responsibility of updating me.
Right.
Like, hey, gonna go out.
Yeah.
Ordering Uber, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll text you when I'm back.
Right. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Or if he wants to like check in.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even necessarily require that as much.
Same.
But like updates. Like that's kind of how you like the slow build trust in a relationship
for
is by just like
small
and not like me having to ask you. That kind of like makes you a little more like mistrusting of the person versus if they're upfront about it.
Oh, for sure.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But like in friendships, that's not something that you're really thinking about because it's not like you guys have a duty to one another.
Yeah.
Yes, a commitment to one another like that. It's not like you guys are sitting there in the friendship being like, we are only exclusively friends with each other. But in a relationship, it's we are exclusively with each other.
Like
you try and go somewhere else, we're done. Right.
Yeah.
It's like we have both mutually agreed, explicitly stated, we're not seeing other people.
Yeah.
You don't do that in like a friendship. You don't do that in like
just
families.
friendship. Yeah.
So I feel like it is like the weight of communication is different. But I do think it's important in every aspect
Same.
of relationships.
Yeah.
I think in friendships where communication is really important is when there's confrontation.
Yeah, for sure.
When there's
For
some type
sure,
of conflict
yes.
between you and your friend.
Mm-hmm.
I've never gotten along with people who are passive. I've never gotten
Same.
along with people who can't be confrontational.
Same.
Because I am the type of person that's gonna sit there
Oh,
and ask
I'll bring
you,
it up.
is there an issue?
Yeah, I'll bring it up. I'm even like
there a
that in my
problem?
relationship.
Right.
Like, I don't let it fester.
No.
I never, well, I really try not to.
Because why
But,
are
like,
you sitting there being passive aggressive to
Yeah.
me? Why are you sitting there like, you know, being really dry,
Yeah.
like, you know, it makes your anxiety spike.
Yeah.
And if they're not gonna sit there and like clearly be like, hey, I kinda have this problem, like, you don't get to act like that to me.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and in friendships too, I feel like it's like, especially in girl friendships, passive aggressiveness
Yeah,
is so
I feel like it's a whole ball game with like girl friendships versus like guy
messy.
friendships.
It's
like,
messy.
Yeah.
Like, and it's annoying.
yeah.
Because you should be able to come to me and be like, hey, I'm like really struggling with this right now. Like,
Yeah.
what you did hurt my feelings. What you did hurt me. And like, when you like, I feel like all the friends that I have now, I want these friends for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Same.
If we have a conflict, I want to work that out.
Same.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
it's like, I don't want this one little thing to be the reason that we can't continue 10 years of friendship.
Yeah, facts.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's like, obviously there's some things that's just kind of like a hard boundary. Like, I had one friend start talking about my mom after her stroke. That was like she was saying how like she wouldn't understand like how, why my mom would want to go to the store this late at night. It wasn't even that late at night, it was like the evening time. Why she would want to go to the store late at night, because isn't she like tired from her stroke? Like, isn't she tired from this? She had never asked about her when she had her stroke, never came and saw her after her
Damn.
stroke, and was like trying to basically like say XYZ about my mom and all this
That's
stuff.
crazy.
I cut her off right then and there.
Who?
I don't know if you know her that well, actually. I don't know if you've ever met her, because she was never that like, she never like really came up to college.
Okay.
It was
a hometown friend. Oh, I've heard the name. Never met her though.
yes.
Was that the one you said you think we get along really well, or is that a different one?
I think you guys would have gotten along really well.
Okay.
She got like
Wow.
really like internet woke though. Like, she started
Too,
behaving like that.
I get what you mean.
And it was like towards the end of
Damn.
our friendship,
Yeah.
that's kind of how she was acting.
Yeah. Dang. Wow.
It was
I
like
never even knew that.
Right.
Whoa.
So that was like hard boundary. We're not talking about
Yeah.
this at all. I'm
Yeah.
done with you.
Yeah, that's
Because
like an
how
immediate-
dare you,
yeah.
right? Like, you're
Yeah.
gonna speak about my mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you've never like asked about her,
Yeah.
seen her, asked like how she was doing or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
And you're gonna sit there and try and like make assumptions. and,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
Basically,
they're-
like, she was trying to use that to justify something that I did. Or something that I just didn't do.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I
And,
fully
like,
agree. Yeah.
That was like a hard stop.
Immediate. Sorry.
Right.
That's.
But like other small things, you know, like where it's just like, it's something that's like small, but it hurt their feelings.
Yeah.
Or it hurt my feelings. We should be able to come together as 20-year-olds,
Yeah,
23-year-olds,
100%.
and talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, especially if you value the friendship as much as I'm valuing the friendship.
Yeah. Like, if I did something to upset you, I would almost expect you to come to
Right.
to come to me and tell me about it.
Right.
Because if you just started being like weird, I'd be like, the fuck?
What? Right.
Especially if I didn't know.
Yes.
I'd be like, damn, like, why is Jess acting weird? Like, we were just talking like yesterday or something, you know? So like, yeah, that's like, because like when I am in like my friendships and like you said, like I want to keep these people for the rest of my life. I don't see them not being a part of my life, and I like really think down the line, you know? And yeah, like I expect like them to treat me how I would treat them, you
Right.
know? So like
Right.
vice versa, like if they did something to upset me, I would bring it up. I'd be like, yo, like I didn't really like that, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like especially if it's like something small, but like it's just kind of like sitting a little bit, you know? Like, because like those are the things that will build up.
Yes, exactly.
So like if you don't nip it,
Exactly.
it's literally just gonna sit there and fester.
Exactly.
I will always say
Build
this.
resentment towards the person.
No,
too.
exactly. Yeah.
Right? Like,
I will always say this, that my second relationship is like my Hall of Fame relationship to this day, because whenever we had any sort of conflict, we literally like talked about it like the moment it happened. Like it wouldn't even go like a day. It would be like, oh, she would be like, oh, I didn't really like that or something, I'd be like, oh shit, like, sorry, like, tell me about like what I did or whatever.
Right.
Literally 30-minute conversation, done.
Nipped in the bud.
Deal. Nipped in the bud. Rest of the day, great hangout, whatever, go on a date, whatever. It was good. Done right then and there. And like that form of communication is like what I want to have like with everybody essentially, you know? Because like that was perfect. And like I will always say, like, we never really had any big arguments because we always just like cut it right then and there.
Little thing.
Any small little thing. It was so nice.
Wow, that is so like top tier.
Yeah, especially because we were so young. We were literally seniors in high school doing that. Like that's wild.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, that is really crazy, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, I also wanted to say too, I do feel like it's different. Sorry, what is they saying? Oh, but I do want to say, like, I feel like it's different, like friendships, relationships, family. Cause like my family, what did I write down? I didn't want to. I was saying like, I do feel like relationships is very important. Friendships also very important. I also think it's very important in family. By family, I feel like with family, there's like a different like energy or like underlying rule almost where like I don't need as top tier communication as them because like my family is like innately a part of my sorry
it's that it's that food.
Yeah, no, that was the hungry man coming up. But I feel like they're like innately a part of my life, so I don't like need top tier communication as them because like they'll always kind of be a part. But I do feel like with conflicts, I think that's important in everything. Yeah, and like I feel like just like within my own family relationships, I've even like called out some people being like, yo, if you handled it this way or you like communicated this way, this whole drawn out thing could have been done in a day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I feel like, yeah. Also too, with communication, like, this is something I've like come to realize, but also like really like start to like incorporate in my life. But like once you start taking responsibility for literally everything you do, it will make your life so much easier. Yeah. Like literally like no matter how small, how big, like even if it's something outside of your control, like just being like, you know what, that's on me. Like I was telling you, like I was taking care of like some patients the other day when I was working, and because of some situation down the hall, I couldn't be exactly on time with this patient's pain meds. And so him and his wife, they were like a little just like upset. You know, there was a little bit of tension when I came in the room because they had called out and my trip to them got delayed because there was like a situation going on outside of my control. But at the end of the day, I am the person who was supposed to give them their pain meds, and I was a little bit late. I was a little bit late. You know, they say like give it in the hour. It was like still within the hour, but later than they would have wanted. Yeah. You know? And so I told them like when I first like got in there, like, so sorry, like there was like a situation down the hall. And then once again, when I was leaving the room, I was like, hey, once again, really sorry about like being a little bit late with those meds. I'll be more timely later on. And then just like that, we were good for the rest of the day. They were so nice. They were so cool. And I think they respected like me owning up to that.
No, it's crazy what a genuine apology can do.
Yeah.
Like an actual genuine, like, I'm so sorry. Like, that
like that's on me. That's on me.
Like I wish I could have been here sooner. Like, I'm so sorry I couldn't have. Like, next time I'm going to do better. Like next time I will definitely like buffer myself. Like give it some more time. Same. You know, I can give it a little early if I need to. Like,
seriously.
Right. Like, it's crazy too, like anytime I've ever had to like do like a genuine apology to a patient, like I felt like, you know, too, because even in nursing, it's definitely like customer service. I mean, you're for sure. You know, you're personifying not necessarily your own self, you know, you're putting on like a facade for patients, you know, but like also too, when you have these patients who are staying with us for months, you know, weeks or months at a time, personalities are not going to mix. Oh, no, Some personalities just will not mix with like some certain patients. Yeah. Like I've had this like happen a couple times where just like my personality was not their cup of tea, or their personality was like not my cup of tea. And we've gotten into like a couple like, not like arguments, but definitely just like not seeing eye to eye on something. Yeah, for sure. And the way that we communicate was very different. Yeah. The amount of times that we've like, I've gotten into something, well, I don't know why I said the amount of times. It's been like a couple times since I've been working, like that like me and a patient have just like not been happy with
Just
each
kind
other.
of butted heads.
Yes.
Yeah.
I go in later and I apologize for like how I was talking to them, like because even if like I don't notice, like my tone can get snippety.
Yeah.
I can get a little more frustrated with them, you know, like.
Yeah. And they can read. You can read body language. I can read their body language.
right?
Yeah.
And so it's like they can tell that I'm kind of annoyed. I can tell they're annoyed.
And it doesn't help.
And we're just like butting, literally butting heads about something so trivial sometimes.
Yeah.
Going back in after we've both had time to calm down and being like, I just wanted to apologize for like my part in that. Like, like I'm so sorry for like getting frustrated with you because I can't even imagine what you're going through. Like, I'm so sorry that like this happened. I was like let's work together. So that next time we can like be more like, you know, in tune with one another.
Yeah, for sure.
And that gets me so far with patients.
Seriously.
So far.
Seriously.
And they appreciate like when you come back and you kind of apologize for that, you know, because nobody's like this is like we are all people, like humans who are going to have like our emotions. We're going to have our bad days. We're just going to have things that go on. Like, but I can tell that it almost makes them feel more comfortable with me.
Same,
when I come back and I'm very intentional about like apologizing for it. Like even if I felt like I didn't do anything wrong or anything, just apologizing for even allowing the situation to continue the way that it had. It makes such a big difference.
No,
with them.
for sure.
And it makes you almost feel just like better. And you feel more comfortable with your patient.
Yes, I literally feel like lighter.
Oh God, because it weighs on you. It makes you feel guilty.
It does.
I feel so guilty sometimes when like I'm getting into it with the patient because it's like it's never their fault. You know what I'm saying? Like most of the times it's like not falling on them. And it's like outside stuff that I'm allowing to affect my work. You know,
I get what you're saying.
I have really been trying to like be more intentional about not bringing personal things to work. Because when I'm at work, I'm at work. You know, like. But recently I've been letting like all that crap, just like the stress of it almost affect how I was working to the point where I was like, I'm miserable at work. I literally am miserable. Any little thing that's happening is like just setting me off because I'd already been like so wound up and stressed that like any more stress was just like kind of like
just
the
too
top
much.
of it.
Boiling over.
And like obviously work is like high stress. So it was like letting that affect it was like, it was terrible for my relationship with patients and like building that rapport with them. It was like not happening because I was allowing other things to kind of influence me.
I feel like even like, not even stuff like outside the hospital, but even like your other like patients or like you having to communicate with like doctors or like other situations. Like I was telling you about like my like one patient the other day, really sick. I was reaching out to the doctors. I was getting additionally upset that I felt like they weren't taking me seriously. And so I wasn't trying to bring like that additional upsetness on top of the situation back into the room, you know? So like you kind of have to like cool down a little bit before you like represent yourself. Cause like, literally. Or like if like your other patients are like, you know, like driving you crazy or it's just like a really busy day or something, you know, like try not to like bring that stress in. Cause like, like people can pick up on it.
Like the different kind of personalities you emulate every time you're walking into a different patient's room. You know, like like in the morning times, like I walk in and obviously they're like sleeping sometimes. But I'll be like bubbly. Right? Like, I always start off more bubbly and I'll dial it back depending on their response to me.
Fair,
Does that make sense? Like I try and gauge.
You have to gauge
right, because I work on oncology floor. Sometimes bubbly is just not the vibe for our patients, right? Like sometimes they just are not feeling that. And it makes them feel even worse when you are acting that way. So like I'm always like, you know, hi, like my name's Jessica, like I'm gonna be working with you today, like can I get you anything, blah blah blah. If they're like off the bat just like more reserved, I will dial that back.
Same.
I'll dial it back.
You have to read the room.
Right.
You have to read the room.
Reading the room. And like, but going off of what you were saying, piggybacking off what you were saying. The other week I had a patient who just was mean. Like nothing that I did was satisfying her. Everything that I did made her very upset and like angry at me. She was yelling at me every time I went in her room. Anything that I did was just making her off. Like I couldn't do anything right. Then going from that room, going to my next room, who that patient was so kind. I mean, like almost pushover. Like I could have done anything to her, and she would be like, "It's okay, baby. Like it's okay. It's whatever. Like whatever. Like, whatever you need to do. You know." Like, going to that was like crazy because I did that for 3 nights. Like right, like going from somebody who was like so just like understanding, so sweet, to somebody who like was never satisfied with what I did
Yeah.
was an insane jump.
Yeah,
And
for
trying
sure.
not to like allow that one patient to affect me for this other patient,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like it was just so crazy. Like the way that you have to change
Yeah.
yourself. Like
The dichotomy, if you may.
Carson's vocabulary word of the day is every episode dichotomy. Ooh, good one. You know a word I actually learned recently?
What?
Bifurcated.
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 How do you spell it? B-I.
B-I-F-U-R.
F-U-R.
C-A-T-E-D.
C-A-T. Bifurcated?
Bifurcated.
What does that mean?
It's a verb to bifurcate, or it could be an adjective. Like to describe something, it's bifurcated.
Okay.
For example, the gauze that split is bifurcated.
Oh.
When you are doing things with like Austin or like G-tubes and you want to cut a Mepilex in half, you're bifurcating the Mepilex.
Can you do
to
that
go
like
around it.
outside of
Yes.
like...
I could take my blanket and snip it in half and it is now
So,
bifurcated.
so you have to, it has to be cut.
'Cause it's two.
Something has to be cut.
Two.
Can you like bifurcate like...
You're
Like-
basically splitting in half to bifurcate.
Oh. So one could say, oh brother. One could say Reiner in Attack on Titan has a bifurcated personality. Maybe?
No.
No.
Because, well,
Kind of. Split, but like not really like the split where
yes. Yes and no.
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
Maybe. The way like my mind immediately went to Attack on Titan is mildly concerning. I told you, it takes up probably 20% of my brain capacity, that damn show. I'm so weak. Anyways, great show. Watch Attack on Titan. Free plug, Attack on Titan. I love that damn show. Oh my gosh, that's my number one of all time. If you love me, you'll watch it.
Now you gaslighting, manipulating people into the 4 viewers to watch. Pretty sure all 4 have watched it too.
Let me see. You, I think Tristan subscribes. No. Sophie, no. Oh, I'm one of those subscribers. Okay, so half. Half the viewers. Let's go. 50%. 50%. Let's go. Oh my god.
That's so funny. Speaking of Attack on Titan, we're going in May.
Oh yeah, to
orchestra.
live orchestra, just like we did with the Avatar concert. Yeah, so I'm so excited for that. It's going to be crazy, and you'll have watched it. You'll have finished it. You'll probably have finished it within a month, honestly.
Very much so.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to rewatch closer to
Same,
the time.
me too, honestly.
Because I think every time I watch it, I discover something new about it.
Oh.
And I put like things together more.
Dude,
you know?
it will be, I told so many people this, it'll be like 40 years down the line, people will still be finding new stuff. Because even like, maybe like a week ago, I saw a new foreshadowing.
No way.
From the first season. That
Interesting.
came out 11 years ago. Crazy.
That is crazy.
Crazy. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it was in front of our faces the whole time.
Right.
From the first season.
Right. The show is just so intricate.
Dude, I need his brain to be studied. I don't ever want the author to die, but like when his time comes, his brain needs to be studied.
Yeah. Because
like no story has ever been written so detailed like that
Right.
before. Ever.
Right.
And I don't know.
Because it's crazy. He must have like
Dude, you're
he
not.
must have known. I'm not all the way through.
You're not
I
even
haven't
all the way
finished it.
through, but it's
I'm
still crazy
I'm
where you're at.
closer to the end of season 3 now.
Yeah.
But it's kind of crazy that like things that are happening in season 3 were even foreshadowed season 1.
Yeah.
You know, example,
Yeah.
I'm sure even in season 4, things will have been like foreshadowed in season 1
Right,
too. He definitely must have like known his entire storyline. He 100%,
Oh, 100%,
knew
yeah.
exactly where he wanted this story to end.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then filled in the parts. Like I feel like he must have like known like he wanted an ending like this and wrote backwards.
Yeah.
almost.
No, yeah,
just got
seriously.
chills.
It's crazy.
I literally just got chills.
It's crazy.
Chills.
Chills.
Because
It's
it's just, there's no way he was started from the beginning and was like writing all these little pieces in there. He definitely must have maybe wrote it from the beginning and then went back.
And that's kind of what I'm...
maybe added stuff in to like help foreshadow. But for some reason, I just feel like it makes sense for him to have started with the concept of like an ending part of a show.
And kind of like,
work his way backwards into how they got there.
Yeah, honestly.
You know?
Yeah. It's just so crazy. Like... I can't even get into it. Okay, next question. Because I'm too passionate about that show. Okay. Are there things... Oh, wait, actually, I wanted to tell you this story from when I was in the hospital.
Oh.
I was in the hospital.
Oh my God. Update? I was in the
hospital? The thumbnail. Like the scream. Yo, we gotta make that the thumbnail. Wait, we gotta hold it. We gotta hold it. Okay, we gotta hold it. Okay. Okay, wait.
Oh
wait, we gotta be looking. We gotta be looking. Okay. Okay.
1, 2.
Bro, I'm weak.
Can you please make the title?
I am not.
I was in the all caps.
I was in the hospital. Gone wrong. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god, my stomach.
I'm fucking weak.
My stomach
Dude, I'm
weak.
so weak right now. I'm 100%. Episode 5. I was in the hospital.
Exclamation.
Dude.
Question mark? Exclamation.
Oh my
question mark
gosh, that
at
is
the
so
end.
funny, dude.
Wow.
Oh
That's
my
like
gosh.
David Dobrik, like right there.
Dude, I'm like sweating. I'm like sweating. That was.
Open the window.
Oh my.
Because it's cold outside.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, brother. What are you doing? There you go.
I know the things at the top are already open or not.
Oh, wow.
But okay. The question I was gonna ask though was the story I wanted to say real quick. So I came to the hospital late Friday night, like 11:45. I was like telling you and Stella, and then I was admitted like 5:30 that next morning. Okay. There was a girl, like a PCT, that like helped me get in my bed and stuff, like transferred some of my bags and stuff, and like got my vitals when I got on the unit and stuff, and what do you call it? Let's get distracted with the fucking outside noise.
Nothing.
I know. It's like the ambiance from like the the Ghibli. But anyway, so I was like admitted onto the unit, and there was like a girl, a PCT, patient care tech, that like helped me like get in the bed, put all my stuff around, whatever. And so as I was like in the bed, I was like gonna try and get some sleep because I'd been woken up like every hour for like the past like 6 hours since I'd been there. And she was like, hey, and I'm changing the name for, privacy purposes. But she was like, hey, my name is Maddie. I'll be your patient care tech. Okay, just like call me if you need anything. I was like, okay, thanks. And I was like still like a little groggy from like the medications and stuff, being woken up like literally every hour. And I was like, what was your name again? And she was like, Maddie. And I was like, okay, thanks, Maddie. Appreciate it. Nice to meet you. And then she left the room, turned off my lights, whatever. Also too, Maddie had like very like noticeable features.
Okay.
The way her hair looked was like very like distinct and noticeable, like not many people have like that type of hair.
Yeah.
And then also too, the way her like eye makeup looked, I was like, oh, it's like very like distinct. Like that's probably like a thing she does. Like that's like her thing, you know?
Yeah. Her signature.
And so her signature, yeah. And so also too, when I was like in bed, I was like, why does she like kind of look familiar? Like very vaguely. Very vaguely. There was like
no way.
There was like a tiny thing that like crossed my brain. I was like, why do you look like somewhat familiar? Anyways, I wake up the next morning around like noonish or whatever. I get like a few hours of sleep. And then I'm like on my phone like throughout the day, blah, blah, blah. I get a notification from Tinder like, oh, someone gave you a like. Wait. I get a notification from Tinder like, oh, someone gave you a like. Come to see like, excuse me, come to check it out, whatever. I'm like, okay, I'm bored. I click on the app, and then I go to like one of like my like old chats. Like I go to like the chat section. Me and the girl, I like click on like my most recent chat, and I like click on the profile, and it says Madison, and I look at the pictures. I was like, oh my gosh, that was her.
No way.
I had matched with her like maybe 3 days before I was in there.
You think she recognized you?
I don't know. But we only sent one message.
I feel like though, Carson, that the name Carson is not a common name though.
Oh no, I've only met like 7 other Carsons in my whole life.
So I feel like she 100%.
You think so? You think so?
Especially because in the files too, it's like Carson N, and on Tinder too, it's Carson N.
True.
There's no way that she saw that name and wasn't like,
maybe.
Where do I know that name?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh damn! Maybe she did recognize me. But yeah, and so I like looked at the pictures and I was like, oh my gosh, that was 100% her. Because like I said, she had like the distinct hair, the distinct eye makeup, and I was like, oh my gosh, like that was her. So it was crazy when I was like in the bed, so like kind of groggy. My like little tiny like split second like, why do I know that person? It was right. That was like crazy small world moment. Yeah. Anyways, I was like there. I was like, dang. I was like, do I message her? Because like I had already sent her a message when we first matched, and then she sent me a message replying back, and I hadn't replied to it just because like I'd worked those next 2 days. Yeah. And like it's not really like big on the priority list, you know what I mean? Yeah. And also too, I'm not like really big on the apps right now, and so so I was like sitting in bed. I was like, dang, do I like send a message? But then I was like, I feel like that'd be weird.
I think that since you've been her patient now, it's weird.
It's weird. That's what I'm saying.
It's weird now.
I was like, she literally admitted me on the unit, essentially. You know? And I was like, fuck. I was like, I don't really think. And then I was just like, okay, I'll just leave it, whatever. I clearly had a lot going on. And then the next day, I like rechecked the app or whatever, and she unmatched. I think because
you were her patient.
Either because she recognized me or because I had like left her on delivered for read for a few days. You know what I mean? Yeah. So either or, but I was just like,
she was probably like, oh, right,
dickhead. Yeah. But either way, I was like, wow, crazy small world.
That is, that's like one of my biggest fears. We recently gotten a lot of younger people on our unit, like 20s, 30s, and I fear that one day somebody that I've matched with or talked with is gonna pop up on my unit.
Oh wow, that'd be crazy.
Like, it's just.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
Yeah. That is so crazy. Yeah. Oh my god, that's so awkward.
Yeah, no, that was wild.
She only admitted you though, right?
I was gonna say it was. She literally only admitted me, and like if she worked the day shift instead of the night shift, I would have needed to call her more often. But she was like night shift, and so by the time I got on the unit, it was closer to 6. So she got my vital signs. She was out. It was very quick. Yeah. But yeah, okay. The other question I wanted to ask you was.
I had a question though.
Oh, what was
that story made me think of something.
Oh, what?
You said that's her signature.
Okay.
What do you feel like is your signature?
Oh, okay. Like clothing wise, you mean, or like anything?
Because hers, you said, was like eye makeup. Yeah. Like it was very distinct. Like that's like something she probably does every single day. Yeah. What is something like you feel like that's something you're doing every single day? And like if somebody is like, if you didn't have that, you wouldn't feel right almost.
Something I do for myself that's not like a big thing though is like I always wear this like bracelet, bangle, whatever you want to call it. This is like my dad's, and like also too, I like silver jewelry, and like I just feel if I don't wear this, I feel like off.
Naked?
I feel off. Like I remember one time I like went to like a dance class or something, and I like left it at home. I was like, ugh.
Interesting.
I was like, I don't like this. Yeah. Like, yeah. So yeah, but like that's like a small thing. I'm trying to think of like a big thing that's like, oh, that's Carson, you know?
I have one.
Do it for me.
Ducks.
Oh, it can be anything. Ducks. It can be anything.
Right,
I was thinking clothing.
Like
I was thinking clothing.
Sure, yeah. I know there was like I feel like I couldn't really like articulate the question. But like something that like kind of like is tied with you. Like, like her eye makeup is tied with her. Gotcha. Anytime I see a duck, a duck, goose, a goose, a seagull, whatever, bird, I'm immediately like, Carson.
Dude,
And
yeah.
filming for
Yeah,
Carson,
yeah,
right? Like,
yeah.
because I just associate that now with you. So I'm like, birds is Carson.
Yeah. That's cool. I like that. Yeah, I like that.
He's like,
I like that. For you, I'd probably say like those little like cat designs. You know what I mean? That's the only way I can describe it. It's like me. Yeah,
the
like
Chinese cat, like
yes, like the Chinese cat that does the thing. Yes. Yeah, that's like you. Like if I see that, I'm like.
I have so many little cat trinkets.
No, for real,
she
like
got me
the thing.
that one.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I have a little like litter box thing, like a Zen litter box that Dot gave me actually.
Yeah.
She always gives me cat stuff.
Yeah.
And then she got me like a bag holder so I can carry like multiple grocery bags.
Oh, okay.
And it's a cat.
That's kind of fire.
Yes, so sick. Like I think every single present she's got me is like cat themed.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I feel like I associate it. Also too because my king, Ali, is Jess's. So big.
Mine.
Right.
Not his.
Not mine.
He be posting him for free clout. He posts Ollie and gets free clout.
Like 27 likes on the
Exactly.
Instagram.
Because I had started posting TikToks about Ollie.
Oh yeah.
And those didn't like blow up.
They did good.
But they did
got
good.
like 100-some likes.
And I'm like, people are obsessed with my cat. Rightfully so.
Dude, I love
Mama's
his,
girl.
I love his cute. Yo, insert the picture from yesterday of Ali at the dinner table
Zoomed in.
with his face squished. Dude, I love Ali.
He was mad.
He was hungry, bro.
He was mad
He
because
was
I was like
hungry.
an hour late to his
Yeah.
dinner, and he wants his dinner an hour early. So me,
Hungry
technically, I
ass.
was. So technically, in his mind, I'm 2 hours late, and he was sitting in the. Me and Carson were eating,
dude.
Eating our dinner downstairs.
Oh,
in the
so
chairs.
yummy, by the way. Your brother cooked.
Delicious,
dude.
delicious.
So good.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to meet those again, honestly, because I devoured those. Like bone was clean.
No, yeah, like
My bone was
rightfully so.
He was sitting in the chair next to Carson, just.
He was. Usually, I feel like he has like an innocent, like kind of like la 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 la, but he was like.
Like insert. I'll send you a picture where I'll like. This is how he like normally looks.
Yeah.
You know, like how
Normally
he like,
looks, yeah.
Normally his face
He
is
was very docile.
docile and just very like. I mean, he has an RBF. Like, granted,
Yeah.
he has really bad RBF, but like that is his typical face.
Oh my gosh, why does he look? He looks weird in that.
Yeah.
I feel like
He's like.
Why do his like things look so like enunciated?
Don't you? His like this little part of his mouth looks like it would get stuck in a can really easily. Like this is what I always say. His face right now looks like he's doing this.
No, for real. I told you he's mewing. He's always mewing. Like your cat mews.
There's a better one. This is what his face typically looks like. This is a better picture. If it'll load.
Do you know that one picture I love of him? Yes,
This.
very similar to like that. Yes.
Insert because that's what he normally looks like. But his face last night was crazy.
This is when I think of Ali. When I think of Ali, that photo.
know,
This is my
I
favorite.
know.
This is my favorite photo of Ali.
You need to send that to me.
Okay, I'll resend it because dude, that's like all time.
Wow. I need to show you my favorite picture of him. It's actually, he's a mean mugging in it pretty dang hard. I'm not gonna lie. But he's so cute because his little feet, the way his feet are, like. Okay, you keep talking because I have to scroll up kind of far.
You're good. Okay, do you want me to ask the next question?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I found it. Sorry.
Okay, no, you're good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's so cute. He's so cute. You have to send that to me so I can put it in. Yeah. You gotta send that to me.
Oh,
Excuse me.
and like his face just looks like
He's like,
it would get
yeah,
stuck in.
it really would.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good. Okay, so question was, are there any things like, okay, so like, let's say you're talking to a guy, okay?
Okay.
Is there anything that they can like do or say that's just like, oh yeah, I'm not talking to him anymore? Like instantly. And it doesn't even have to be like a red flag. It's just like, oh yeah, nope, sorry. Dang. you know?
Like, I'm like just now starting to talk to the guy, or like...
Kind of like, sort of, yeah.
Okay.
I kind of have one. Do you want to give mine?
Yeah, give yours.
Give like an example,
Yeah.
kind of. So, for me, I'm really open to a lot. Like, I'm never one to like really like judge people for a lot, you know, unless it's like some freaky ass. I'm playing.
Okay.
I don't king shame. But if it's like so like I'll just say it. So like the one for me is like there was one time I was like talking to a girl and we were like talking about like hobbies and stuff like we like to do for fun. I like said like something like work out, friends, video games, dance, something else. And she was like kind of like not like teasing. I wouldn't say teasing is the right word. But she like kind of like made like some comments about like me dancing. And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's raps." Like immediately I was like, oh, "Okay." I was like, "Well, bye." You know, like I was like just off that like I was like, you know, cuz like if you're not rocking with it and like that's such a big part of like
what did she say? Like she was like, you said it wasn't like making fun of.
It wasn't like making fun of, but she was like
dismissing it?
Not dismissing, like maybe tease a little bit, sort of.
Is it almost like negging?
Maybe dismissing. What?
Negging.
What do you mean by negging?
Like it's like a new term kind of.
I don't think I've ever heard that.
It's mostly described for like men.
Okay.
But it's like when they are making fun of you and they're like trying to use it as like a way to flirt with you. But they're actually
like
just like making fun.
No, not like that. Because I love a little banter like that. A little make fun of.
Okay, there's a difference between like
Negging's,
between like going back and forth and like having that banter with each other and like jokingly teasing versus like for example, the way that I learned about negging was this girl like described this date that she had went on with this guy, and the guy was like making fun of her voice and like kept mocking her voice.
Oh wow!
Right, the way she talked, because the way that she spoke was like a little bit higher, like it was like a little bit more like a little bit more pitchy like this, right? Like she talked kind of like that.
Oh wow!
That was just her natural speaking voice. It was cute. Like her speaking voice was cute. But apparently during that date, he just continuously was like mocking her and like making fun of her voice.
Damn.
And she was like, she literally was like, yeah, this isn't gonna work out.
Yeah, no,
like,
seriously.
I'm kind of like, I'm gonna go home.
Yeah.
She was like, I'll pay for my part. She went to the waiter, was like, I'm gonna pay for my meal and I'm gonna leave. And like that whole time, he was like, oh, you're really leaving, you're really going like that. Like he didn't think it was like, you know.
a big deal.
But like that's kind of how I learned what negging was.
Gotcha.
And I was like, that happens way more often than I would like to say it does.
Yeah. Well, damn, I just learned something new. But no, I wouldn't really say in like my scenario it was like negging. It was more so like teasing. Like at one point she said like something. I can't even remember. But basically she just wasn't really like rocking with it. I guess there was like a little bit of like teasing or something with it. But yeah, she just like wasn't. And I was like, okay, cool, you know? Because like for me, even like if someone like has a hobby that I'm not really into, I'll never dog someone for it.
Yeah.
You know, I'll just be like, I'll be like, oh cool, like not my thing, but like people like it for a reason, I guess, you know? Like I had a coworker talking to me one time about like, what do you call it? D&D, like Dungeons and damn. D&D, Dungeons and Dragons. And he was like talking to me about it, how like him and some of his other friends do it. And I was like, oh, okay, like that's cool, like blah, blah, blah. Not my thing, like really at all.
Yeah.
I'm not really like a big board game person. Also too, like that's like maybe like a little bit quote unquote nerdy for me. But like, I was like, that's his thing. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like
he has a hobby.
That's his thing. Like it makes him happy. Like who am I to judge? He might not like Demon Slayer, but I fucking love Demon Slayer. You know?
Right.
So like, who am I to judge?
Because there's some things that other people probably think are like super nerdy.
Exactly.
That like you do or I do.
Yeah.
And other, like, my favorite hobby is learning, honestly. My favorite hobby right now is learning languages.
Because she's a learner.
Because I'm a learner, right? W connection, Carson. Anyway, I was like, that's my hobby right now, and that's so geeky and nerdy to other people, but that's so fun to me.
I think that's cool, like learning a language.
Same with, like, Dungeons & Dragons. But it's like, why would you, like, crap on somebody's hobby? I feel like when, like, people, like, almost, like, crap on other people's hobbies, it's like, well, what do you do in your free time?
That's what I'm
sit
saying.
on your phone,
like
do nothing.
Do nothing. Like yeah.
you can't like crap on somebody because like you just think it's like odd.
Yeah.
Also, dancing.
I think it's sick.
Fun of dancing.
I think it's dope.
That is like that's like one thing that girls are like, oh, that's attractive when a guy does it. Like he dance well.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, okay. But yeah, so that was just like a thing for me. I was like, well, okay. And I was like, well, you know. Do you have anything like that for you? Because also too, that kind of tells me a little bit about their character as well.
Right.
It's a little bit more than like just me. It's like, oh, okay. But yeah, anything like that for you?
I feel like a lot of it is like red flag stuff.
Okay.
Not like something like that almost.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've ever like experienced something where it's like
small but kind of conflicts with like your morals sort of.
Yes. If anything, it's like it's kind of a big
that conflicts with
100% conflicts with my morals and my values as a person, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to think, like, maybe if they're saying something like, any time I hear a man say the word female,
okay,
I am immediately like sparking some red flags, and it's immediately turning me off. Like I can't like, listen to them. Like you know, it's almost like it's like a hard watch type of thing. Like nails on a chalkboard. After I hear them start referring to women as females, and I know it's like it's small,
but you're like it can tell me a lot about you.
It does tell me a lot about you, and following up on that is their response when I say, "Can you start calling women and not females because I don't like when you say that." And then if their response to that,
if they like make it a big thing,
it tells you so much about the type of person that they're going to be in a relationship. I feel like.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Like I think like I saw this thing that was saying, before you ever get into a relationship with someone, it's good to go through a conflict because you need to know how they handle conflict with somebody that they are wanting to be more intimate with and wanting to be like have a connection with.
Big time. Damn, dude, can I tell you something?
Huh? What?
When I was like, I would probably say like junior in high school.
What, Carson? What? You're killing me! Oh my god.
Suspense is. But I would like say like females. Wait. But I didn't like mean it like that. I feel like at that time too, there were a lot of memes.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Dude, dude, honestly, if you remind me later, I'll try and go through like my old Finsta posts and see like what I could find. Okay. Because I was definitely being like, man, like these females playing with me.
No,
like,
see?
But like, wait.
Intention versus impact.
Right,
100%.
Wait. But then, mind you, wait. No, but like then when I was told like oh, like maybe like that's not that cool, I stopped.
Who told you that? Was it a girlfriend or a friend?
I think it was just a friend, or like maybe like someone like mentioned it, or like maybe I heard like like some discourse about it or something, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't say females. Right. But I didn't mean it in a negative way. Also, too, I feel like a lot of memes at that time were like, they would say female in them. So I didn't think like to use it in like a derogatory way. Does that make sense? Yeah. Sort of?
Yes. Your intention was not to be derogatory.
Right.
But the impact was. Yeah. It never sounds like good when you're like, those females over there.
No, I know. Now when I hear it, I'm like,
when you said these females are tripping, that literally, God, it like disgusts me. Like versus, oh, those women over there. Yeah. It just, you even like the tone of your voice when you say, oh, those females over there versus those women over there is different.
So different. Even when you said it just
these women are tripping. Yeah. These females are tripping. Oh, God. Like the tone of it facts. Is so different subconsciously. Like you talk subconsciously differently when you are referring to women as females.
Yeah. Even when you were just saying it, I was like,
you hear like it
damn,
sounds
bro.
just 10 times. It sounds so much more aggressive, demeaning.
It sounds like abrasive when you say it.
It does.
Like,
and it doesn't sound like like respectful in any
yeah,
ways.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like females was like, ew.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
I just like can't even like my ex
2 X's ago.
yes. Yes.
Okay.
He would refer to women as females. And I told him.
While you're dating?
Yes.
Oh,
and I told
shit.
him, I was like, you need to fucking stop. Because like you're killing me.
Yeah.
I was like, if I hear you
Nails on the chalkboard.
refer to women as females one more time, I'm done. Like that's not even like a thing that I want to
Now
like,
that's a
get
thing
into,
for you.
right?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that was your example.
Like that's my example, right?
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
like I'm not gonna sit here and like waste my energy trying to explain to you why you shouldn't be calling women females.
Yeah, valid.
If I tell you I don't like it, you should just stop doing it.
Yeah, honestly.
Isn't that so simple and
Yeah.
right? Like
I 100%
why do
agree.
I have to write a 4-page essay with my
Yeah.
3 arguments and background information and
Seriously.
evidence to prove to you why you shouldn't say something like that, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I
Something so
shouldn't
easy.
have to be doing that.
Yeah.
I should say, please stop calling women females.
Yeah.
Can you please stop referring to us as like females? Because it doesn't make me feel good. It makes me feel a little bit like belittled and like it feels very derogatory.
Yeah.
Him arguing that
Yeah.
is disgusting.
Yeah.
And that should have showed me who he was as a person.
Yeah.
Because it almost is like you don't respect women.
Yeah.
You don't view women on the same way that you view other men. Right? Like,
Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying.
oh gosh, anyways, I'm going to digress from that because that really does just like,
Digress. No, yeah, yeah.
like it kills me. I
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of other things can like, I'll like almost let slide.
Okay.
Let slide.
Quote unquote. Keep it in the back of your head.
Yes. But when I hear somebody say females,
Yeah.
I'm immediately like unattracted to you. Nothing you say to me or do after that is
Like
going to be
redeem
attractive.
it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's like now in 2024, almost 2025,
Yeah.
where we went through that whole fake woke stuff where everybody
Yeah.
was like super woke and like
dude, I
whatever.
never wanna go back
and then
there.
we again
Yeah.
had this whole discourse on social media about calling women females.
Yeah.
We went through all of that. You had your chance to do your education
Yeah.
to hear from other women about how they felt when they were called this, this, and this, and you are going to argue that as a man is crazy to
Yeah.
me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's just like you're way beyond saving.
Yeah.
I'm not wasting my breath on you. It's
Yeah.
not my job.
Especially how old we are now.
Allie
You know what I mean?
said this, and it's stuck with me ever since.
Mm-hmm.
Pen game on her, so A1. She said, it is not your job to teach a man how to treat you. She was like, it's not your job to teach a man how to treat other women. That is
Damn.
not your job. And I was like, you're
Damn.
so right. I spent that whole entire relationship teaching him how I wanted to be treated. And it was literally just, I wanted to be treated more respectfully.
Yeah.
That was it. Why am I having to like literally fight? I mean, prostrate myself to get you to just do the bare minimum.
Yeah.
And like after that whole thing, I told myself, I'm not doing that again. Like I'm not, like the second I feel like I'm starting to literally baby a man child, I'm out because that's
Yeah.
not my job.
Valid.
It's not my responsibility. I'm not your mother.
Yeah.
I never wanted to be. You know?
Yeah. Fair.
I think that's mine.
Oh, really? I thought it was something else. No, but you articulated that very well. But yeah. Also, guys, I'm a learner. I don't do that anymore. Just want to put that out there.
Disclaimer. Anything that I said in this video has not been said in years.
Dude, as you were saying that, I could like see like the subtitles, and years was in like red, and it was like jagged like lettering. Years. Oh my gosh. Okay, do you want to do like maybe one more? Okay.
Oh, I had going off of that question.
Oh, what was it?
What are your icks now?
Oh, we didn't talk about that.
So these were like your hard stops. I'm not talking anymore. What are your things that
Okay.
you're like,
I got
but
you.
it's not a deal breaker?
No, I got you. So, dang,
Sorry.
bruh. Toki going crazy over there.
Sometimes I just want to bunt him. I'm telling you, sometimes I just want to bunt that dog because he doesn't stop. He doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Like,
He'll just go.
he keeps going. Even when you're like, Toki, stop, stop.
Yeah.
He's still like, he'll like evade you. Just keep barking. Like, I'm like, oh my God.
Okay, my icks. So one of them, this one. So, when you're walking with a girl and she has flip-flops on, okay? And it's going clap, 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 clap.
Really?
Yes.
That's
I'm like, I'm literally walking. I'm like, bruh.
Oh,
like, does it have to be that loud?
oh my god, that is so funny. That's not even like something they can control.
I know.
either. You just don't like flip flops.
No, here's the thing. I love flip-flops.
When you wear them and yours are black, 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 you don't
It's
think
okay when I do it. It's okay when I do it. But the moment I hear that, I'm like, find something else. Figure it out. But whatever you're doing, I need
That
to
is
stop.
so funny, Carson. Wow.
I feel like that's like the definition of the ick, though.
That
you
is.
know?
That is.
Like, okay, I have two more. I was talking to Caitlin about this literally yesterday. I guess 2 days ago now. Cracked lips.
Oh.
Having cracked or chapped lips.
Yeah.
I look at them, I'm like, at our big age? At our big age, you walking around with the fucking, like, you know when SpongeBob has the extremely detailed panels? That's what your lips are looking like right now.
It reminds me of when they were on that island, the karate island, and they dried out that one lady's lips, and her lips were all like brittle and cracked.
I like barely.
And she went to like go
that.
put on chapstick, and her lips just cracked off.
Ew. I need to rewatch
Oh
that.
my
Vaguely,
God.
because I love that episode.
That
with, like,
episode's really
with
fun.
like the tower and the
Yes.
levels, dude.
Yes.
I love that because I was Anyways, but yeah, so that's another one.
I think that's like the third SpongeBob reference I've had on this podcast.
Wait, so yeah, because one time, dude.
What?
There's lore to crack lips. Okay, so
Okay.
one time I was like hanging out with a girl, whatever. We were. Sorry, the pause was. I was trying to figure out how to word it. That came off weird. We were like at like a river, okay? And you know, we're like having fun swimming, yay, like kiss a little here and there, whatever, okay. Her lips were so dry. And like it didn't feel good. You know, like these dry ass lips against like, you know, I was like
Your soft lips.
yeah.
Yes.
And so like
Yes.
like as we were kissing, I was kind of trying to like lick her lips so they would like get moist. Wasn't working. There's no way to go about that unnoticed.
You know what
but
I would
was
do?
like,
I would put on a lot of chapstick, and then I'd be like, "Oh, can I have a kiss?" And I would like really aggressively,
like
and it would last on their lips, and that was my tactic to get these men to put on chapstick.
oh my gosh.
It's just so bad. It feels like sandpaper
It
against
hurts.
your
It's
lip.
like
does.
it's like it doesn't. It ruins like the kiss on it.
Yeah, if you guys are like making out, then it's like you almost get like
little cuts almost like
like it hurts like around you.
like the outer kind of
yes, and it's like scratching.
It's like
you.
scratchy, yeah.
It hurts.
It's rough. Why is it rough?
Moisturize your lips,
Yeah.
man. What the heck are you guys doing in this day and age where we have Aquaphor, Vaseline?
That's what I'm saying. Like I keep my
Burt's Bees.
Aquaphor on me, and so like when the girl was like, and dude, I was talking to like this girl at work the other day, and I noticed she had chapped lips, and I was like, how? Anyways, also too for me, when my lips are like they don't have like something on them, it's like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like I
can't
like
stop
almost
thinking about
hurts,
it.
kind of.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
But yeah. Anyways, last one. So what did I say? I said, oh, the flip flops, chapped lips. Okay, my third one, and this is like a big one for me, honestly. Baby talk, dude.
Oh.
Baby talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish I could say I was like pro baby talk, but like really,
In a relationship, I'm not pro baby talk.
dude, even like, because I've been hit with the baby talk, not even in a relationship. And I was like, whoa, what are we doing?
What do you mean?
Stop.
Like when you've like been talking to a girl or something?
Let's say we were talking, maybe I was like over there or something, okay? And they hit me with a little like, oh, I'm so tired. Like literally.
Like unironically.
Unironically. Well, like, I'm getting a little sleepy. Stop. Let's not do that.
I'm getting sleepy.
Oh, I'm getting a little tired.
Tired.
Here's my thing. If you do baby talk, like, ironically, intentionally,
Yeah.
I think it's really funny.
Okay.
I think it's really funny.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Aubrey, she used to do like the best baby talk impressions to the point where I have incorporated that in my own humor.
Didn't Maggie used to hate when you would do baby talk?
Yes, perfect. Yes, perfect segue. I mean, perfect tie-in.
Maggie
yes,
would hate it.
She would hate it. She would hate it. Yes. Dude, and if you tell me you hate something, obviously I'm gonna capitalize on it. Like, what else do you expect me to do?
Especially something just so like
So easy,
innocent.
like so innocent,
It's not
like
gonna hurt her.
yeah,
You just keep
yeah. I was like,
annoy
oh,
her.
you need a little nappy wappy. Like,
oh, Carson, why he made a poopy in his pantsy wantsies?
oh my god.
That is funny.
Yeah, but yeah, so baby talk is like a big one for me. Like, I remember, oh my gosh, me and my ex. I might have told you this story before, but we were like laying in bed or whatever, and she was like, oh, my little honey bun. What?
Honey bun.
That actually like sent
Crazy.
shivers up my spine and down my back. I hated every moment of that. My timbers were shivered in that moment. Like, oh my gosh,
Oh my
dude.
gosh.
So yeah, baby talk is a big no-no for me. I wish I could
Interesting.
engage. It'd probably make my life easier, but
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel like. Granted, it's definitely something couples are not exposing themselves on when they're doing it. But I love those. Well, some of them. Those videos on TikTok where the girl is like talking in her baby voice, and the guy does it back. He doesn't realize he's being filmed. And she'll be like, oh, my sweet baby cakes, my feet was so bad. And he's like, oh, your little feet, or come here, baby, let me come rub your feet. She's like, oh, thank you, baby. He's like, oh, no, anything for my little baby. It is so
and then they see the camera, and
And
they're like, hey, bro,
"Oh,
chill.
whatever."
Like, yo, like, why you doing that for real? Like, yo, like, you play too much.
It's
like,
so
for real.
funny.
Like,
It
stop
makes
doing
me
all that.
smile, though, because it's really cute.
You know, it's funny.
Cute.
Yeah.
I see. Interesting.
Yeah. What are some of yours?
Baby talk. Wow, that definitely was not going to be on mine. I feel like. I don't know.
Do you like baby talk? Do you engage?
No.
No judgment. Judgment-free zone.
We listen and we don't judge. No, I don't really do baby talk. I do it like ironically, like
Okay.
I do it on
Yeah,
purpose. But I don't think I've ever like
Seriously.
like done baby talk. I don't know. You know, my ex
Yeah.
used to do baby talk though, and I would not talk back to him.
I could see that. I could see that. I could see
When
it.
he would want
I
me
can see
to be
it.
the big spoon and like he wanted to lay on my chest, he would baby talk.
Oh, hell no.
Oh my god.
Oh no! I was about to go. I was about to go crazy. I was going to go crazy when I stopped. I said, "Oh," and I was about to hop into character.
Literally, he would do that, and I just like I don't like
That's
it.
crazy. That's crazy.
Like, it makes me feel really uncomfortable.
No, for real.
Honestly.
He's method acting for a
Right.
baby role.
Right. And it's just like I don't know. You're taking this a little too far, my
Yeah,
friend.
for
Like,
real.
oh, good God. Okay. Ick. This is not something they can control. This is not like deal breaker.
Okay.
It's just something that's always icked me out a little bit.
Okay.
Ever since I was a kid, when a guy's second toe is bigger than their big toe. Your toe's like that.
I'm checking right now.
Not
Also, forgive-
yours isn't that.
Okay.
Yours is like, you know, kind of like
Yeah.
this. But like I've
Forgive my toenails.
I've like dated some guys where their second toe is like not significantly bigger, but it's like
But it's
noticeably
like
bigger.
boom, boom,
Yes.
boom, boom, boom.
It's like noticeably bigger than the first
Yeah.
toe, and that get away from me. Get your feet away.
What is that?
What? Get away from me. It's not my favorite.
Yeah, valid.
And I'll just like prevent myself from looking at their feet. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Another is when guys wear duckbill hats, or like the flat or not the
Flat
duckbill
brim, like.
not duckbill, because those are the ones that are like this, right?
Yeah, those are like.
I mean, like 2010 swag era, the Obey caps, flat caps,
Yeah.
like that.
Like.
I
boom.
still see guys to this day wearing caps
I
like
see
that.
those sometimes. Yeah, I see those sometimes. Yeah, that's wild.
I make fun of them.
Brother,
Icky.
Yeah, brother,
Icky.
Yeah.
Icky. It was never a fashion statement in 2010. That was not the vibe. And I'm really disappointed that we let it get that far.
Yeah.
Zendaya has pictures in Obey caps like that.
Gosh.
Her swag era. We did her so dirty.
Legendary.
Did her so dirty with those. We'll leave those in 2010. Another one. Another one. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I have 3 like off the top of my head, but I know that's like those are like true icks.
Okay.
I feel like the other ones that I'm thinking of are like red, almost like beige flags, kind of.
Okay.
Type of thing. Okay, this is like a red flag and also an ick.
Okay.
Because it's not necessarily something I'll break up with a guy about, but I'll definitely like maybe say something.
Okay.
Icks, I guess it's when they're like an unsafe driver.
Yeah, I don't play with that.
When you're an unsafe
I don't
driver.
play with that, seriously.
Because how dare you have me in the car with you and you're gonna like
Drive reckless?
drive recklessly. You're gonna
Crazy.
speed, be on your phone constantly, like doing XYZ, messing around when you're like behind the wheel. Like I one time had a boyfriend in high school and he had this tiny little car. Like it was like, but it had a sports mode that you could go into. Down over here, there's a road called Hampton Highway.
Okay.
It's basically a straight shot. You can go like 55 on that road.
Okay.
It was late at night one night,
gosh.
and we turn out on that road, and he puts his car in sport mode and just takes off.
Oh,
We're
dude,
like flying
fuck no.
down this road,
Oh
and
my
it's
gosh.
dark out, like late at night.
Dude,
like,
absolutely
And I
not.
was like, stop, like slow down.
Okay. Sorry, battery died.
All right, so I'm begging him,
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah.
And he doesn't. And he would
Crazy.
do that anytime there was a straight shot. So he would play a game called Race Car. And then, so anytime we were like
literally
on
stresses
back
me
roads
out,
or
dude.
something,
Yeah.
or on like even like the main road here, if we were on that road and it was like, you know, no cars late at night, he was playing that game. And he would do like the, like he would go to one side, go to the other side, go to the
That's
other.
insane.
And you play that game. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
When I drive a car with other people, let alone like a significant other, I drive so much safer.
Yes.
Like I'm more relaxed, like by myself. Like I'll usually have like one hand, like whatever, like blah blah blah, like you know, like peek at whatever. Like not really, just like maybe like change a song or something. Just like tap my phone because I have the holder thing for it.
Yeah.
Which is also like a safety feature in itself, having like a phone holder, you know. But like even when I was driving you and Stella last night, I wasn't really fiddling with anything.
No.
Because like when I have more people in the car, that's more responsibility.
Yes.
Like I don't play with that, dude. Even like weird tie-in, but like when I was like on swim team growing up, and we would do like our personal events, like 50 freestyle, 50 breaststroke, whatever, and then I get put into relays. Whenever my time would drop, it was always, almost literally every time when I was in a relay.
Interesting.
Like
because
having
you had other people that you like,
to like
relying
rely
on
on
you.
you. To
Interesting.
my time would drop like 8 times out of 10 when I was on the relay.
Wow. Because you like didn't want to like let them down.
I didn't want to let them. I didn't want to be like the reason our team didn't get a good place.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. It's so subconscious too.
No, yeah,
So
yeah.
subconscious.
Because like I could have performed the exact same way,
Right.
and like by myself, you know. But yeah.
Yeah. No, that is crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like there was when I was in high school, I took AP psychology, and we learned. Obviously, there's outliers. Like me and you, I feel like right now we're like the outlier in this whole situation.
Okay.
Of like people like our age and
Okay.
younger, you know, when they're 16 to like 30.
Okay.
A lot of times when they drive safer alone than they do
I remember you telling me about this.
People,
yeah,
right?
I remember you telling me about this.
There's been studies that show, like, especially with teenagers, you're driving safer when you're by yourself, but then when you have other people in the car with you, that's when they start to do more reckless driving, like, tendencies.
I wonder.
Versus when you're older, like our parents' age, they drive more reckless by themselves versus with other people in the car. They drive safer. So they're taking less chances. They're not speeding as much, right? Like, they're not on their phone as much, et cetera, et cetera. I thought that study was so interesting.
That is really interesting.
That was such an interesting, like, statistic.
Do you think it plays into, like, teens and, like, being around, like, just, like, that, like, young, like, adolescent, like, energy, like, oh, let me try and be cool in front of my friends, in front of the blah, 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 you know?
Yeah.
Like.
Yes. No,
and so 100%. You, like, want to be a little bit more of a daredevil for, like, status
100%,
or whatever?
100%. Because, you know, like, even when I was younger and I had friends in the car, I was definitely driving more recklessly. Like, speeding more, listening, like, the music was bumped up, right?
Yeah.
Like everything, like, 100% unsafe driving because I felt that it made me look cooler.
Yeah.
You know?
Interesting.
But now that I'm older and I've, like, driven more and I've seen just, like, my friends be in accidents, I've gotten in a couple, like, really close calls just by myself almost being in accidents where, like, other people are driving reckless. That, like, really knocked me into like into line because ever since I saw that, I've really been trying to, like, not to speed as much, go with the flow of traffic. Like, I do my turn signal, everything. Like, I am, like, such a safe driver now because
defensive driving,
because other people are not.
Yeah, facts.
So yeah, it definitely is. Like, I can't believe I was, like, ever driving like that. Honestly. I can't believe I, like, didn't get hurt. To be honest.
Thank goodness. Character growth.
No, thank goodness.
Character development. Damn.
But yeah, I think that's my final ick is just unsafe driving.
Yeah. Honestly, that'd be
by themselves or with me in the car.
That'd be a hard stop for me. I can't think of the name, but, like, not like a hard stop, but
that's like a non-negotiable.
Almost. Yeah. Like, my ex used to have really bad road rage, and I did not like that.
I think that's a red flag.
When no, it 100% was. It 100%
road
was.
Rage, I think that's a red flag.
I was like, you need to cool it.
It's scary.
Yeah.
Being in the car with somebody like that.
Because you're not in control of the situation.
Yeah.
Hate that, dude.
And, like, you just, like, you've seen all the videos of people who allow their road rage to then influence their actions.
Yeah.
Like pulling guns on people.
No, seriously.
Running people off the road, tailgating, chasing, like coming in front, slamming their brakes, like everything. Like, people are crazy.
People are crazy. Yeah.
People are literally crazy.
Yeah.
Like, anytime I feel like I've allowed my road rage to start happening, I just, like, start thinking about that.
I have to, like,
and I'm like, oh my God,
I have to dial it back.
Down because I need to stay safe.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this person is gonna, like, low-key pull a gun on me. Like, driving by, I get terrified.
Same.
That somebody's gonna, like, pull by me and just try and shoot me out.
Yeah, like yeah.
That's
crazy.
So
crazy world we live in.
Yes. Oh, it's so sad.
What is going on?
No, right.
Yeah. I had, like, one tiny one. We can make this, like, really quick.
Last question.
Like barely even 5 minutes.
Okay.
If you want. Okay.
Okay.
Last question. Guys, thanks for tuning in. You know,
this was supposed to be an hour episode.
Because I was supposed to be home late. I went to be on the road at 2. It's 2:19 right
now. Okay. You're supposed to be home by 2. You were going to leave at 1.
Originally, I wanted to leave at 1, but then we got back, like, close to, like, 1.
We got back at, like, 12:30.
Honestly, though, I got Fertitas. I still have the rest of the day to just chill. I'm chilling, you know?
Yeah.
Anyways, how important, really quick question. How important is it for you to, like, get posted in a relationship?
Again, I think it depends on certain things.
Fair.
How long have we been together?
Fair. That's the factor for me, too.
Also, how often are they genuinely on social media?
Yeah.
Right? Like, if they're not on it that much, me expecting them to be posting me a lot is, like, kind of, like, unrealistic.
Weird. Yeah.
And it's weird.
Yeah.
Like, because it's like, you know that they're not on social media a lot.
That's not even, like, their thing. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would you want to be doing that? And also, I don't ever genuinely feel like that stuff is something I ever notice.
Yeah.
I think. You know, like, if I post my boyfriend, it's because I want everybody to see.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh, this is a cute moment. Like, you know, like, same with, like, when I want to post a picture of myself. Because I think I look cute in that moment. Like, I want people to also see, like, this moment in time.
Yeah.
Same reason of, like, wanting to post, like, a boyfriend, like, versus, like, post versus story. Like that type of thing, you know, like it's different, I feel like.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I get that.
Like stories, I would expect maybe like not like I'm like expecting them to post me on their story. But it's like that's like a more like realistic expectation. I feel like it's like every once in a while, like if we're out doing something cute, like why can't you like if we're like out to eat or out to, like on a cute date, like take a picture of me and like why wouldn't you want to show people how nice I look? Or you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like it does go kind of back to like the if he wanted to he would type of thing.
Sort of.
Almost like
but
I have my issues with that topic anyways.
Yeah.
But like
if you communicated that you wanted that.
Right. And it's also just like the going back to how you were saying, like I would expect them to be like treating me how I've been treating them. But then it's like the silent part of like, does he know that I'm expecting him to post me, you know?
Yeah.
It goes into all that.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily like a big deal to me, honestly.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
But it's not something that I'm ever like making an argument over, I think.
Yeah.
Now, if they're like very against posting me,
now we have a problem.
Now I'm like, so why?
We're getting into something else.
So now I need to know why, right? If you don't have a valid reason why, I'm gonna think it's because you got other bitches
that's
on
what
there.
I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? And you don't want other people to see
Yeah.
that you're in a relationship with me. Then that's a whole other conversation that we need to have and a possible end of relationship.
Yeah. Yeah. Valid. For me, I would probably say, you know, I'm not like super like emotionally tied to like social media or anything like that, so I wouldn't really trip if they didn't post me. But I would want to be posted. Like, if we hit 6 months and I haven't been posted once, I'm like, kind of like, what are we doing? Right. You know, because like also too.
I thought you were going to say, why aren't you posting a 6-month anniversary? Like, Carson.
No.
BFFR.
But like, at least on the story a couple of times, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Maybe not like a whole post or something, or at least like include me in like a photo dump, you know? Or like, at least include me once in like a story or something, you know? Or
especially if you peep that they take lots of pictures of you. Because it's like, why are you taking all these pictures?
If they're not going anywhere.
They're not going anywhere, you know?
Yeah.
It's like...
Which is like cute, like I'm glad you're taking pictures of me, but like at the same time, like...
You have all these pictures of me and you're choosing not to post them is
also too,
weird.
if they post a lot on social media, but I'm not being posted as a part of that, that would be an issue. That would be an issue. Also too, photo dump. Story. Oh, also too, the way guys go after girls is very different than the way girls go after guys. So like, I would want to be like claimed, essentially.
Yeah.
You know? This is my boyfriend. I am off the market. Yeah. You know? Because guys will like, you post a selfie on your Instagram story. 50 likes, you know?
Right.
And that's everyone saying, basically, I think you look good.
Yeah.
Me shooting my shot with very low commitment, you know?
Right.
Just fire off the story, like. But, like, I want them to know that, like, I'm there. She is taken, you know? And I would, like, kind of, like, expect her to want the same from me. Like, I don't, the degree of, like, attention I would get from somebody posting something like that versus, like, a girl posting something like that is, like, 1 to like 20.
I see.
You know?
Dude, you're so right. It definitely is like different.
Yeah.
For like guys and girls.
Yeah. Also, I feel like guys are like much more like in your face if they're like trying to pursue you. Girls are like very like passive.
Yes.
They want you to like make that first move.
Yeah,
so
you
like
guys are so terrible at picking up cues too. Like God, it's like literally nails on a chalkboard. Like picking at nothing. Like you're like, let me throw in a little bit here. Let me throw in a little bit there. And the guys are like...
But like, what are your cues? What are your cues?
You can tell when I'm flirting with you. Like if I'm like looking at you and I'm just like this.
Are you talking like in person or are you talking about like social media?
But even in like social media, like if I am like trying to shoot my shot with a guy, I'm not very like active on their socials. It's mostly in person that I'm like trying to like get them to see that I'm like into them.
Okay, so you're talking about like in person, like guys are missing the hint.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is like kind of going off of what you were saying, but like girls I feel like it's just so interesting. Like the dynamic of women is so God.
Because I see posts about
that.
girls being like, me when I look 2 seconds in his direction and now he's like not approaching me. You know, like something like that.
No, it's because literally like even at bars, it happens all the time. I'll like be playing iPong with a guy.
Okay.
And they just never come up to me. And I'm like, when I go out to bars, I really try really hard not to have an RBF because that just is like, you're not going to be approached. Like if like my natural resting face is
like Ollie.
If I'm like that at the bars, like these men are not gonna be. They're gonna be like, ooh, like she does not seem like she wants to be approached.
Yeah.
So it's like I have to like soften my face, soften features. If I'm playing iPong with you, I feel like you should know. Like that is like kind of a thing. Like don't play dumb with me. Don't play dumb with me.
But at the same time,
when you're playing iPong with a girl and the girl is like kind of like smiling a little bit, like don't be funny.
But what if you just make eye contact once though?
Okay, one time, like that's just like coincidence.
That's just like coincidence.
Right? Like it's just because there's a lot of people in your scouting.
If it's like
when we are literally playing iPong.
Okay.
Please don't be dumb.
Okay.
Don't be dumb. And I hear it all the time where guys are just like, I didn't know she liked me. I didn't know she wanted me to go here.
Okay, so I do hear what you're saying, but at the same time, you do understand how it's like not much of anything.
Yes, no, I understand.
You know what I mean?
I understand, but it's not like, it's just a simple invitation.
Yeah.
To like, it's basically letting you know it's okay to come and approach me.
Okay.
Like and my face will change depending on who I'm making eye contact with.
Okay.
Low key. Like sometimes there's some weird ass guys that are like trying to play iPong with me. I will look at them and I will literally be like,
yeah, okay, I get what you mean.
and I'll like roll my eyes. That is a clear sign, do not approach me.
Yeah.
If the guy is like my type and I am like playing iPong with him, my facial features are very much softer.
Okay.
Like I like very much tap into like the feminine energy that I have. Like like cute, like hey, like you know, like that you can tell the difference. Like you can tell the difference, you know?
Okay, yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Like when a girl's doing that to you, you're like, okay, I think if I go up to her right now, I'd be safe.
Yeah.
That's that signal.
No, I get what you mean.
Yeah?
I get what you mean.
Okay.
Yeah. I do get what you mean.
But then like other girls, you're like, you know, if you look at them and they're like looking at you and they're like, you're like, stay back.
Yeah.
You know?
Or if they're just like flat.
Right.
I'm like, you're good.
Having a bad day.
That's all you. That's all you. My fault. I shouldn't even looked over there.
I feel like that was honestly kind of different than what you were saying, maybe, now that I'm thinking about it.
I mean, it was a little bit different of a tangent, but yeah. But
I guess my point was that girls and guys, yes, are different, and I can see where you're coming from with like...
wanting to be claimed, essentially.
Wanting to be claimed because of how guys recently, now in our generation, try and like get girls' attention.
Yeah.
Is through social media heavy, especially Instagram.
Especially if they post a lot, you know?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like...
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it's not like super important. Like I wouldn't start an argument.
Right.
Also, I have a question. So if your boyfriend posts a photo dump of you two, and it's not the first picture on the photo dump, would that upset you?
No.
Dude.
Would it upset you?
No, but I got she got big upset at me.
Oh.
Because it was like maybe like the fifth photo or something.
I think I remember. I think I know exactly what like really. It was during the Halloween.
Yeah, it was like fall semester.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, and then I think I know the exact post that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. She got really mad at you for that.
Yes.
Because she wasn't first.
Because she wasn't first. She was like, "You're just trying to like hide me in there." Like what?
I mean,
I was like, "You were in the post." You know?
Interesting. Well, she was just also
very insecure.
Very insecure. So things like that, I feel like she just would always read into it more.
Yeah.
Yes. And like she was allowing her insecurities to then affect you.
Right. Yeah.
Which isn't fair.
Yeah. But yeah, so I just wondered like, because like for me, I'd be like, oh, like you can tell when it's like, boom, you're in a relationship with this person.
Right.
Like, you don't take pictures like that with non-other people that you're dating, you know? So like, yeah. But yeah, that was just the question.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Man, social media though is such an interesting
Because they're like kind
thing
of rules
in
and, like,
relationship,
etiquette
and
like,
there's like silent rules.
yeah, silent rules. Yeah.
Have you heard? There's this like Korean term. It's called nunchi.
Okay.
And it's basically the art
should go
of like
soon.
reading the room.
Okay.
I feel like with social media, there's a lot of like that.
Yeah.
Where it's like a lot of unspoken rules, and if you break one of those, you get like publicly shamed for it.
Okay.
Right? For breaking a rule that was like never explicitly stated, but like almost the entire populace has silently agreed to follow.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I kind of get what you're saying.
Like, I don't know what kind of example, but
Yeah.
there's just like a lot of, I feel like, unspoken rules on social media,
Yeah.
but it's also so new at the
True.
same time.
It's very new.
And like things on social media just like always are like constantly evolving. But I also just feel like if y'all are arguing about social media stuff in a relationship, you guys should be really questioning if you're ready to be in a relationship.
Oh, 100%.
Because
Yeah.
again, at our big age,
At our big age.
you're freaking out about an Instagram post. It just screams immature.
It does,
It
yeah.
screams
It really
immaturity.
does, yeah.
Because that's something I'd freak out about when I
High
was
school.
13.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
when I was in eighth grade or
No,
something like that.
seriously,
You know, like,
yeah.
why didn't you post me 1st? Like, you posted your guy friends before me.
Yeah.
That's like something like that.
Yeah.
Like, younger person, I feel like, would
Right.
be like making a big deal out of
Yeah.
it. But we're fucking 20s.
Yeah. That's for real.
And you're going to be like
That's
starting an
icky.
argument about
Yeah,
it is
like a- yeah.
crazy.
It says a lot.
It does.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Dude, I don't even remember.
No.
Dude, I don't even remember.
Like, sorry, but like, it's not that big of a deal.
It's probably like my bad. Like,
I didn't know it was going to make you
posted,
feel
like-
that way.
Like you were in it. I didn't think order mattered that much.
Right.
You know?
Crazy.
Yeah. Because I think some of the first pictures were like stuff from clinical and like some other thing and like so it whatever. But
I do remember that post now.
yeah, I could pull it up. I know exactly what post it is.
Me too.
But anyways, I should probably get going soon.
Yeah, I
But
know.
anyways, guys, longest episode yet. That's crazy.
W
episode. We talked about a lot.
Yeah. We
Anyways.
talked for so long.
Thanks for tuning in. We will see y'all another time. Hopefully we can get another episode in before like
This month, maybe.
2 months like
Yeah.
go by.
I know. I want one before the new year.
Before the DR trip.
For sure. For
Yeah.
sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Hey,
Well,
appreciate y'all. W podcast.
annyeong.
Hey. Wait, I thought that's hello. What's goodbye?
No, annyeong is goodbye. Casually.
Oh, okay. Annyeong.